Hey everybody, it's the Chris and Des Show. I'm Chris.
And I'm Des.
And today we're going to react to the Golden Globe nominations. Oh my gosh. There were some surprises, some not. Here's the thing about the Golden Globes. I know the Golden Globes. I know the Hollywood Foreign Press. We're buddies. And so listen, Hollywood Foreign Press. I know what they like. I tell Des this every year. Like TV, they just like new stuff. Give me something new. Give me something new. Give me something new. So everyone's like, they didn't nominate Veep. I'm like, Veep has been around too long for them. They're not feeling it anymore. And so it's like The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, which is a great, fantastic show by Amy Sherman Palladino. And so it's a great show. I get that. Glow, they nominated the actress. New. They just like new. And that's good. They want to give attention to those things. That's great. They did Crazy Ex-Girlfriend one its first year when no one even knew who it was. I didn't even know what it was. And now I love that show too. So good job, Golden Globes. But you also have to see trends, like who they like and who they don't like. If they like somebody, then they don't care. Like Ridley Scott or Meryl Streep, like they just want them there, and so they just
nominate them no matter what they're in because they love them.
And because they love them. And so that's kind of how things are going. They really liked All the Money in the World more than anyone thought they were going to. They didn't like the Florida Project as much as other people did. They didn't like The Big Sick at all. 0 nominations.
Yeah, nothing.
And Call Me By Your Name, they didn't like as much as people had anticipated either by not nominating 2 Best Supporting Actors and no Best Director as well, too. So that's a hit or miss thing there, too. And I think, and it's no, give me a second to make sure. Yeah, and no screenplay either for that movie. So that's a lot of big categories to miss out when everyone thinks that Call Me By Your Name is one of the best made movies of the year. And anyone who thinks that 3 Billboards is a better directed movie than Call Me By Your Name. No, it is not. Sorry about that. I'm going to vote no on that. Okay, so the best motion picture drama, Call Me By Your Name, Dunkirk, The Post, The Shape of Water, and 3 Billboards. Not a lot of surprises. I think, I don't think there's any surprises. No. Then best motion picture comedy, The Disaster Artist, Get Out, The Greatest Showman, I, Tonya, and Lady Bird. That's fine. Some people would have picked The Big Sick instead of, I don't know, maybe The Greatest Showman or I, Tonya. But they love a big musical. Like, they just love that.
Just like me.
Which is fine. We love big musicals, too, so no problem about that. So they picked The Greatest Showman. And then Best Director, they picked Guillermo del Toro for The Shape of Water, Martin McDonough from 3 Billboards, Christopher Nolan, Dunkirk, Ridley Scott, All the Money in the World, and Steven Spielberg, The Post. For sure, Ridley Scott was the surprise. Like, what? Ridley Scott? All the Money in the World? We didn't think that. Especially over Jordan Peele for Get Out, or over Greta Gerwig for Lady Bird. Like, or over Luca for Call Me By Your Name as well, too. Like, those are some good, like, they're well-directed movies.
Yeah.
Especially with Jordan Peele, like, he wrote that movie, he directed that movie. Like, that's his vision. Greta Gerwig's the same way, right? Yeah. That's her vision of this movie. And so, to say that, like, 3 Billboards is better directed than Lady Bird and Call Me By Your Name and Get Out, I wouldn't say that. I would have voted for all 3 of those before 3 Billboards. Nothing against 3 Billboards. I'm just saying I would not have voted for it. And then All the Money in the World, Ridley Scott. Okay, fine. They love Ridley Scott, though. They always have. They loved him in The Martian, too, and that's a great movie. But
that is a great movie.
And then Best Actor, Timothée Chalamet, Call Me By Your Name, Daniel Day-Lewis, The Phantom Thread, Tom Hanks, The Post, Gary Oldman, Darkest Hour, and Denzel Washington, Roman J. Israel, Esquire. So instead of Jake Gyllenhaal for Stronger, which some people were pushing, they picked Denzel. Denzel is a great actor, always, so there's another one. And they love Daniel Day-Lewis, and who doesn't love Tom Hanks? It's so easy to like. And Timothy is fantastic in Call Me By Your Name. So
really
great job.
Really fantastic.
And everyone's talking about Gary Oldman, Darkest Hour. But the movie Darkest Hour is dying.
Yeah.
No nominations anywhere, ever, for anything, except Gary Oldman.
Yeah.
It's out of the Best Picture race, I would imagine, in my mind. But maybe not. Maybe someone at the Oscars really likes it. Best Actress in a Motion Picture Drama, Jessica Chastain for Molly's Game, Sally Hawkins, The Shape of Water, Frances McDormand, 3 Billboards, Meryl Streep, The Post, and Michelle Williams, All the Money in the World. Again, Michelle. Yay for Michelle. We were talking about how much we loved her in Manchester by the Sea. Oh my gosh, that scene. She has those few scenes that just cut right to your heart. She's so good.
She doesn't mess around. She goes straight in.
She's a brilliant actress, so
So good.
No problem there. Good job, Michelle. What a surprise, this unknown Meryl Streep getting her, I think, 23rd or 24th or 25th Golden Globe nomination. And then Frances McDormand and Sally Hawkins are the front runners right now anyway, so they should be fine. Jessica Chastain, they love Aaron Sorkin, another person they love, and so he wrote and directed Molly's Game, and so you'll see him again too. Best Actor in a Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy, Steve Carell, Battle of the Sexes. Angel Elgort for Baby Driver. James Franco, The Disaster Artist. Hugh Jackman, The Greatest Showman. And Daniel Kaluuya for Get Out. I think that's how you say it. Baby Driver, yay! For Baby Driver, we love Baby Driver. So that was a fantastic movie. And I loved him in it.
Yeah, he was great. It was so good.
And if you think about it, the only thing that Baby Driver has going against it is that Kevin Spacey's in it. But, I mean, as far as awards stuff, and we're going to get to that in a second.
Who knew?
But maybe this was another thing of like, look, we're going to nominate this kid from Baby
Not
Driver
you.
and not you.
Yeah.
Kevin Spacey. I think there's a lot of, forget you, Kevin Spacey, going on here. And they love Hugh Jackman as well, too. Best Actress in a Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy, Judi Dench, Victoria, and Abdul. Good.
Yeah.
All right. Helen Mirren in The Leisure Seeker. No. I don't want, this was a surprise to everybody because,
I've never heard
come
of The Leisure
people.
Seeker.
I love Helen Mirren, like
Love
any
her.
like any good person does. Right? But okay, Margot Robbie, I, Tanya, Saoirse Ronan, Lady Bird, and Emma Stone in Battle of the Sexes. Saoirse Ronan should easily win this category, please, because she is brilliant.
She's so good.
She's brilliant. Best Supporting Actor in a Motion Picture, Willem Dafoe, The Florida Project. That's his only nomination, and I can tell you how much I love him in that movie. Armie Hammer in Call Me By Your Name. Richard Jenkins in The Shape of Water. Christopher Plummer, All the Money in the World. Another middle finger to Kevin Spacey.
Ooh.
That was the role that Kevin Spacey was supposed to play, right? And then, or did play, and then they
Yeah,
reshot
and
the
then
whole
they
entire
reshot
thing
the
with Christopher
thing.
Plummer.
Oh, man.
And then Sam Rockwell in 3 Billboards, who is fantastic also.
That says something that they spent all the money to get that,
Reshoot it.
to reshoot it, and then to get it out and edit it and do it all so they could still make their release date and get it out. Ugh.
Well, and here's the thing, Kevin Spacey, don't do bad things.
Well, yeah.
No one feels sorry for you. And then they picked Christopher Plummer over Michael Stahlberg from Call Me By Your Name was kind of a
Ooh.
surprise as well, too.
That is a surprise.
Des loved him in Call Me
I
By Your Name.
loved him.
Uh,
That he did so good.
and Armie Hammer is kind of cheating a little bit because he's kind of a lead, really, instead of a supporting. He really is like the lead.
I think he is.
But,
He's in the whole entire movie.
yes.
Okay.
Best Supporting Actress in a Motion Picture, Mary J. Blige, Mudbound, Hong Chow, Downsizing, Allison Janney, I, Tanya, Laurie Metcalf, Lady Bird, and Octavia Spencer, The Shape of Water. Some people said they were surprised about Downsizing. I was not at all. That's who I thought would get nominated. And I think those are the 5 ladies to beat for the Oscars.
All right.
For Allison Janney and Laurie Metcalf will be nominated for Oscars. They're in. Laurie Metcalf should win. She's and Lady Bird.
We haven't seen
We haven't seen
I,
I,
Tanya,
Tanya,
so we
but-
don't know. But about Allison Janney.
And everyone seems to really like Octavia Spencer and everything she does. And
Yeah.
then Mary J. Blige kind of having this like breakout
Resurgence.
role,
Yes.
in Mudbound. She's also nominated for Best Song as well too. She wrote the lyrics for the song from Mudbound that's nominated as well.
Oh.
And then Best Screenplay, The Shape of Water, Lady Bird, The Post, 3 Billboards, and Molly's Game. Molly's Game, Aaron Sorkin. Probably everyone thought that Call Me By Your Name would be in that category instead of Molly's Game, but they like Aaron Sorkin. He won, he beat everybody for his screenplay for Steve Jobs, right? And then he wasn't even nominated for the Oscar because Golden Globes love Aaron Sorkin. And who doesn't like Aaron Sorkin? I like The West Wing
I
too,
love
right?
it, yeah.
And I love Steve Jobs actually, but more for my Kate Winslet.
That's a great movie.
Kate Winslet is so
She's really good.
good. Best foreign language film. We're not really up on that. That's what we got to really work on. We're gonna work on our best foreign language film because we saw all of them last year and we loved all of them.
It makes all the
Love
difference when you've seen the movies.
Yeah.
It makes it much more fun.
Best animated feature. Boss Baby, The Breadwinner, Coco, Ferdinand, and Loving Vincent. Can I just say, way to go, Ferdinand, on getting 2 Golden Globe nominations. More than
Way to go,
Ferdinand. And maybe it's good. I'm going to see this Friday with my son, so
Excellent.
great. We loved Coco.
Oh, I love
Loved.
Coco.
To me, Coco and Boss Baby are not in the same type of category.
Boss Baby? What is Boss Baby doing anywhere close to any nomination?
Coco is beautiful.
Never mind.
And I've heard The Breadwinner is beautiful also. And Loving Vincent. I heard they're both really good, so I can't wait to see those. And then Best Original Score, 3 Billboards, Shape of Water, Phantom Thread, The Post, and Dunkirk. Good. And then Best Original Songs, the last one, Home by Ferdinand. So look at, good job, Nick Jonas, on your nomination. Mighty River, there's Mary J. Blige there. Remember Me from Coco, fantastic. The Star, congratulations, Mariah Carey, on your nomination. Seems like Mariah and Christmas songs can't go wrong.
Just
The
go
woman
together.
knows how to do some Christmas songs. And then This Is Me, written by part of the team from La La
La La
Land.
Land,
So
yeah.
there you go. All big names in the music world. So good for them. So there are Golden Globe movie stats and reviews. Anything else that was surprising to you? Anything big?
No.
Anything you want
I-
to see happen,
It's
Days?
not really. The Golden Globes are just
This
not
is
that
a
big
party.
a
It's a
deal.
party.
It's a party,
It's a party,
really.
I got a party.
And they don't seem to affect the Oscars very much. They kind of do, I guess, but
Well, they do in the sense of like it
because they're so like different.
Just the
you know?
Hollywood Foreign Press and the Academy are so
Yeah,
different.
yeah.
But they do like set a tone of like, okay, we're like, oh, it sometimes can put a movie on a radar that you're like,
right.
oh, like I think that's what it did for All the Money in the World. People were like counting it out. It's like,
Yeah.
oh wow,
Maybe we should look at it.
best
again.
director,
Yeah,
best
yeah.
actress. Okay, pay attention, right? So good. The thing is, it's kind of hard to judge though because they have 2 actor categories, 2 actress categories, 2
Yeah.
movie categories. So they have 10 of everything, which Oscars only have 5 of the acting categories. So it's like not all of you guys are going to get in
Right.
for sure. We know that. I don't think The Leisure Seeker is going to be nominated for anything. Sorry, Helen. But that's where it kind of like differs a little bit. But I think it's always fun. They're always a fun show.
Yeah, that's true. And it's Seth Meyers is going to be hosting it this time, and he's my favorite.
Des loves Seth
He's my
Meyers.
favorite late night host. I think he's hilarious.
He's very funny.
He's so
If
good.
you ever want to bring back Tina and Amy,
Well,
I wouldn't be opposed to that
No.
because they are the queens of that stuff, right?
that's great.
But yes, Seth will do a great job too as well. So good. Good. That's us. Let us know
There
what
you
you
go,
guys
Golden
think.
Globes.
If there's anybody you like or don't like or anybody you're missing.
When are the Golden Globes? Like
They
when do they?
are January
Oh, see, you don't
7th.
know.
I don't know if they're 7th or the Sunday after that. We'll find out.
Okay.
And we'll
It's
post it on there
important.
somewhere. It's not for a
It
while.
doesn't
And we'll do
say
our
on
prediction.
there.
We'll do our predictions later, and that's what we'll tell you.
Okay.
This is just our reaction.
Okay.
But January,
Ish.
look for it. Okay, guys, go see some movies. Bye.